So far on this journey, we've looked at 6 essential qualities on the Buddhist path. 1. Faith. Saddha. 2. Wisdom. Panya. 3. Moral conduct. Sila. 4. Mindfulness. Sati. 5. Concentration. Samadhi. 6. Effort. Virya. But King Milinda, the brilliant skeptical ruler we were following, still has deep questions, and his next one cuts right to the heart of how all good actions fit together. He's also about to ask something that echoes a confusion many people have today, especially those who've heard phrases like humans evolved from monkeys. Let's listen in.
Venerable Sir, wholesome qualities like generosity, ethical behavior, or deep meditation come in so many different forms. Are they all just separate paths, or do they actually lead to the same final result?
In other words, if I give to charity, if I keep Sila, the 5 precepts, if I sit in meditation every morning, are these all just nice things, or do they share one ultimate purpose? This matters, because if they don't point in the same direction, the path feels scattered. But if they do, there's unity in the practice. So what does the wise monk Venerable Nāgasena say?
Listen well, Your Majesty. Though wholesome actions appear in many forms, they all serve one single purpose: the complete uprooting of the defilements, greed, hatred, and delusion. That is their one aim, nothing else.
Could you give me a simile, Venerable Sir? Something I can picture clearly?
Listen well, Your Majesty. Imagine your royal army. It has 4 divisions. 1 elephants, massive, powerful. 2 cavalry, fast, agile. 3 chariots, precise, strategic. 4 infantry, steady, grounded. Each looks different. Each fights differently, but all serve one goal: victory in battle. In the same way, 1 generosity, dana, defeats greed and attachment. 2 ethical conduct, sila, restrains harmful speech and action. 3 meditation, bhavana, purifies the mind at its root. All are different troops, but they're all fighting the same inner war against the defilements. Their mission, liberation.
So yes, every act of true goodness, every bit of panna, wholesome energy, points in one direction: freedom from suffering by ending greed, hatred, and delusion. No detours, no side quests. One battlefield, one victory. Now, the king shifts to an even deeper question, one that sounds a lot like modern debates about evolution.
Venerable Sir, I've been wondering about beings themselves. Humans, animals, creatures with 2 legs, 4 legs, many legs, or none at all. When a being is born, can it change into a completely different kind of being? 1. Can a human become a different kind of human? 2. Can a bird become a mammal? 3. Can a snake become a human? Or does each being stay within its own kind?
Notice, he's not asking about myths or magic. He's asking something very real, something that sounds a lot like, did humans come from monkeys? But here's the key difference. Science talks about species changing over millions of years. Buddhism talks about individual beings and their present life identity. The king is asking, within one lifetime, can you fundamentally change your type of existence? Take a moment, think about it. Can a cat wake up tomorrow as a dog? Can you right now become a bird? Let's hear the answer.
Your Majesty, no being transforms into a different kind of being during its life. A human child grows into an adult, but remains human. A bird hatches, flies, ages, but remains a bird. A snake slithers from youth to old age, but never grows legs or becomes a mammal. Each stays within its realm of existence, gati, its fundamental nature, for this entire life.
I see, but I'd like a simile to really understand.
Of course. Tell me, Your Majesty, are you the same person who was once a tiny infant in your mother's arms? Back then, they called you the baby prince. Now you sit on a throne, commanding armies. So are you the same being, or a completely different one?
And that's where we will leave it for now. Think about it. 1. Are you the same person you were at age 5? 2. Are you totally different? Or, is there a deeper truth in between? The answer Nāgasena is about to give doesn't just solve the king's doubt, it reveals a core insight about identity, change, and rebirth, without contradicting science, but going beyond it. Stay with us, because the real journey isn't about what species you are. It's about what mind you're cultivating right now. At the end of our last segment, Venerable Nāgasena asked King Milinda a deceptively simple question. Are you the same person who was once a tiny infant in your mother's arms? It sounds like a riddle, but it's actually one of the most important questions in all of spirituality and science too. Because if you're completely the same, then nothing ever changes. But if you're completely different, then nothing you do matters, because you won't be around to experience the results. So where's the truth? Let's see how the king responds.
Venerable Sir, that infant was me. We call him the little prince, and now I am the king. So it wasn't someone else, it was me. But the infant and I are not exactly the same either. 1, his body was small, mine is strong. 2, his mind knew nothing, mine rules a kingdom. 3, he cried for milk. I give orders to generals. The form changed, the role changed, the capacities changed. So how can we say it's identical?
Did you hear that? It was me, and yet it was not me. That's not contradiction. That's wisdom in the making. The king is rejecting 2 extremes that trap almost everyone. 1, I am a permanent soul, eternalism. I've always been this unchanging me. 2, I'm just a new person every day. Annihilationism, the baby is gone. I'm someone else now. But the Buddha's path, the middle way, goes straight between them. Not same, not different, but a continuous flow shaped by causes and conditions. Now here's where it gets intense, because the king, brilliant as he is, still doesn't fully get it. He insists, no, the infant and I are totally different beings. He's so sure of his logic, he refuses the elder's point even though it makes perfect sense. So Venerable Nāgasena does something masterful. He doesn't argue, he shows the king where his view leads.
Your Majesty, if you are right, if the infant and the adult are completely different beings, then let's follow that logic to its end. Ask yourself, is your mother truly your mother? If the baby she held is a different person from you now, then she gave birth to someone else. You just happened to show up later. Did your teacher really teach you? If the student who sat in class is gone and you're a new person, then you never actually learned anything. Are you responsible for your own actions? If the person who lied, stole, or gave generously is not you, then why should you suffer or rejoice in the result? Your Majesty, if identity resets every time we grow, even every 7 days, then consider your own development in the womb. At conception, 1 being. After 7 days, a tiny drop kalala, a second being with a different mother. After 14 days, a Buddha, a small lump, a third being. Then pesi, soft tissue, ghana, firm body. Each stage, a new person, with new parents. And after birth, the newborn has 1 mother, the toddler, another, the teenager, another, the king, yet another. But that's absurd. If that were true, kamma wouldn't work, punna would vanish, meditation would be pointless, because tomorrow's you wouldn't remember today's insight. Justice would collapse, punishing an innocent person for a crime committed by someone else. Your view, Your Majesty, doesn't just confuse philosophy. It unravels reality itself.
This is not about belief. It's about coherence. Science relies on causal continuity. The same organism grows, learns, responds to its environment. Buddhism agrees, but adds this: there's no fixed owner inside the process. Think of a river. Is the water at the source the same as the water at the sea? No. Every molecule changes. But is it a different river? No. It's one flow shaped by terrain, rain, gravity. You are like that river. No permanent you floating through time, but also no break in the stream of cause and effect. That's why your choices matter. That's why generosity, ethics, and meditation bear fruit. Because the one who acts and the one who experiences the result are neither identical nor utterly separate. So to return to the king's original question, can a being change into a different kind of being? In this life, no. A human doesn't become a bird. A snake doesn't become a human. Your realm of existence, gati shaped by past kamma, holds steady for this lifetime. But within that life, you are changing every moment, yet connected to every past moment. Not a soul, not a machine, but a living moral continuum capable of growth, purification, and even liberation. And that, dear friends, is why the path makes sense, why effort matters, why you right now can transform. Coming next, how this understanding of continuity opens the door to rebirth, not as soul travel, but as the natural unfolding of kamma across lifetimes, without contradicting reason, and without needing faith in an unchanging self. King Milinda is brilliant, but he's stuck. He feels that he's not the same as the baby he once was, but he also knows it wasn't someone else. Yet his mind keeps demanding, give me one more example, make it undeniable. And Venerable Nāgasena, patient, wise, unshaken, offers not 1 but 2 perfect similes, not to impress, but to free the king from confusion, because this isn't just about philosophy, it's about whether your life, your choices, your generosity, your meditation actually matters.
Your Majesty, imagine a single oil lamp filled with enough oil to burn all night. At dusk, someone lights it. It glows through the first watch, the middle watch, and into the final hours before dawn. Now was the flame at dusk a different lamp? Was the flame at midnight another lamp? Was the flame at dawn a third?
No, venerable sir. It was one lamp, in one place, burning continuously all night.
Then was the flame at dusk the same as the flame at midnight?
No, that flame has already vanished. Each moment, the flame arises and ceases. The dusk flame is gone. The midnight flame is gone. The dawn flame is new, yet not unrelated.
Then does that mean the lamp itself changed? That at dusk it was one lamp, at midnight another, at dawn a third?
No, Venerable Sir. The lamp is one. The flame is momentary, but the light flows as one stream, not broken, not random.
This is the heart of the Dhamma. No permanent self. The flame is never the same. No total break. The lamp remains one. The light continues. You are not a static you, but you are also not a series of strangers. Your thoughts, body, emotions like flames arise and pass, but they arise from causes and pass into effects. There's continuity without identity, and that's why kamma works. The child who gives dana isn't identical to the adult who feels joy from that memory, but it's not someone else either, so the fruit rightly belongs to that same stream.
Your Majesty, consider fresh cow's milk. At first, it's sweet and liquid. Left to rest, it becomes yogurt, thick, sour. Processed further, it turns to butter, solid, rich. Refined with care, it becomes ghee, golden, pure, radiant. Are these different substances, or stages of one substance?
They are one substance, Venerable Sir, only appearing in different forms, with different names, at different times.
Exactly. So too with a human being, at birth, infant, in youth, child, in prime, adult, in old age, elder. These are labels for stages, not proof of separate beings. The same stream of mind and body, nama-rupa, that began at conception, flows through every stage, changing, yes, maturing, yes, but never leaping into another kind of being in this life. And at death, that same stream shaped by kamma does not vanish. It conditions the next birth, just as milk conditions ghee. But crucially, no soul jumps, no self travels, only a causal current, like a flame passing from one lamp to another, igniting the next, yet never the same flame.
Let's be absolutely clear. This is not evolution. Biological evolution says, over millions of years species change through natural selection. Buddhism says, within one life a human stays human. But at death, based on kamma, rebirth may occur in another realm, human, animal, deva, or elsewhere. These are different questions, different levels. One is about genes and species. The other is about intention, ethics, and consciousness. You don't evolve from a monkey in this life, and you don't become a monkey next life because of biology. You take rebirth based on your mind, on kamma, avijja, tanha, and that's why practice matters, because the one who meditates today is neither identical to nor utterly separate from the one who will face death tomorrow.
Venerable Sir, your wisdom is astonishing. Your similes are like light in darkness. I see now clearly, fully. All my doubt has vanished.
And so should ours. You are not a fixed soul. You are not a random accident. You are a flow shaped by past choices, alive in this moment, capable of purification, like a lamp that burns all night, like milk refined into ghee, like a river that never stops yet is never the same water twice. This is the middle way, the path of wisdom and responsibility. The truth that makes generosity, ethics, and meditation meaningful. Because you, this changing, caring, striving stream, are the one who sows, and the one who reaps. Not the same, not different, but connected. And that's enough to walk the path. By now, King Milinda has seen the truth. You are not the same as the baby you once were, but you are also not someone else. Like a lamp burning all night, the flame changes every instant, yet the light flows as one. Like milk turning to ghee, the form transforms, but the stream is unbroken. And crucially, in this life, a human remains human. You don't become a bird, a dog, or a ghost while alive. Why? Because your realm of existence, Gati, is held steady by a subtle, continuous stream of consciousness, called Bhavanga Kitta in the Abhidhamma. It's like an inner anchor, keeping you through sleep, through growth, through aging, until the moment kamma ripens for the next life. This isn't myth. It's the Dhamma's answer to a deep human question. If there's no soul, what connects my actions to their results? And now, fully convinced of continuity, without a self, the king asks one last ultimate question.
Venerable Sir, those who will never be reborn again, the Arahants, the liberated ones, do they know it? Do they say to themselves, I will not arise again in any realm? Or does rebirth simply stop without their awareness?
This is the pinnacle. Not about morality, not about identity, but about freedom itself. Is liberation something you hope for, or something you know, as clearly as you know your hand is yours?
Your Majesty, may you be blessed. Yes, they know. They know with absolute clarity. They will not arise again in any realm.
But how do they know?
Because they have destroyed the very causes of rebirth. Craving ton, the thirst for existence. Clinging upadana, grasping at views, senses, self, ignorance, not seeing the Four Noble Truths. When these are fully uprooted, rebirth becomes impossible, like a tree cut down with its roots. And because they see this destruction directly, they know the conditions for rebirth are gone. Therefore I will not arise again. This is not belief. This is anana, direct knowledge, born of insight.
Let's be clear, liberation isn't passive. It's not like falling asleep and never waking up. The Arahant knows they're free, not because a teacher said so, not because a scripture promised it, but because they saw the roots of suffering pulled up, and nothing remains to grow back. This is the opposite of blind faith. It's wisdom so complete doubt cannot survive.
Venerable Sir, please give me one last simile, so this truth may settle in my heart once and for all.
Very well, Your Majesty. Consider a farmer. He plows his field, sows rice seed, waters it daily, protects it from pests, watches it grow. When the crop ripens, he harvests it, threshes it, and stores the grain in his granary. Now once the harvest is in, he stops. No more plowing, no more sowing, no more tending. He simply uses what's stored, eating a little each day. Tell me, Your Majesty, can that farmer know when his grain is running low, when it's nearly gone, when the granary is completely empty?
Venerable Sir, yes. He sees the grain diminish. He knows, my store is empty. There will be no more.
And why does he know?
Because he understands the cause of the full granary. And now he sees those causes are exhausted. The grain is used up, no new crop is planted. So he knows it is finished.
Exactly, Your Majesty. In the same way, the one who has realized the Dhamma, who has extinguished craving, clinging and ignorance, sees clearly, the Dhammas that once caused me to grasp a new birth are now utterly destroyed. Therefore, I will not arise again. This is not hope, not faith, not guesswork. It is knowledge as clear as an empty granary.
Venerable Sir, I see now perfectly, unmistakably, you are truly wise beyond measure.
And so do we. The path is not about believing in rebirth. It's about seeing how cause and effect flow in this life and beyond. The lamp teaches us change without fragmentation. The milk teaches us transformation without loss of continuity. The granary teaches us freedom that is known, not hoped for. You don't need a soul to be responsible. You don't need permanence to grow. You only need wisdom to see that your actions matter, because you are the stream, not the same, not different, but connected. And one day through dana, sila, bhavana, through saddha, virya, panya, you too may stand before your own empty granary and say with quiet certainty, it is finished. Until then, keep questioning, keep practicing, keep walking as King Milinda did. For the Dhamma is not old, it is fresh, it is urgent, and it is for you.